Summer, let's go back to the day when you were 5 years old and had the first practice. Why soccer?
Well, my dad has always been like super into soccer, and like we've always been just like a really athletic family. And like my brother, he played too before me, so I guess my dad just wanted to like kind of continue with me and like my sisters. So yeah, because my dad was really into it. So.
Your dad used to play basketball and volleyball as well. Did you do those sports?
Well, I played volleyball and basketball like in school, just high school and stuff, but I mainly focused on soccer because I was like all right at those sports, but I was probably the best at soccer, so that's why I decided to just go with soccer.
How important your dad is to your career?
Oh, so important, because like I said before, like he's been coaching me since I was like 5 years old, and like he's taught me like everything I know and like all my skills and how to shoot and all that kind of stuff. So he basically made me into the player that I am now.
Some players don't like when their dads are the managers. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I like it because I think sometimes some coaches, I guess, they're not like super, well, they are honest, but like sometimes you just need someone to be really direct with you, and when you have your parent coaching you, they're going to be like straightforward because they're not worried really about hurting your feelings because they're your kid, right? So I think it's good because he was like just direct and straightforward with me, what I needed to improve on, what I need to do better, stuff like that. So I like it. I think it's good.
You used to play with your brother and his friends when you were a child. How different was it?
Oh, so different. Like I remember, like my dad was like, "Okay, Summer, it's time to go to Caleb's practice," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't want to go. Like I dreaded because I didn't really have any friends or anyone. Like they're older boys, so it was a lot different than playing with girls. Like it was tougher, obviously more physical. But I guess after a couple practices, I kind of got used to it, got into it, and it was fine after that."
Was it a good experience to you?
Yeah, it was really good. Like I think it gave me kind of like a new perspective because practicing with girls is obviously a lot different than with boys. So I think it made me a little bit better in the few years that I did that. So.
Practices, school. How do you find time for everything?
It's hard. It's definitely hard. But I guess when you're doing sports for so long, you learn to like manage your time really well. So I guess I've just become an expert at balancing like schoolwork and practices and all that kind of stuff.
Do you have to sacrifice anything?
Yeah, I have. Over the years, I've definitely had to give up, obviously, like some school events, like obviously events with friends, going out with friends, stuff like that. I've definitely had to give up a lot of that, but it's worth it because I'm at the World Cup, so.
Coach Rosenfeld brought you to the national team. How it feels to work with him?
It's good. He's a good coach. Like he tells us he's really good. Like he makes sure we know what we need to do on the field. He coaches us well. Like he makes sure we know our defensive responsibilities, like what we need to do in attack. So he's a good coach. He's done a good job with the team.
7 goals in 7 games. That's probably a dream start.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
What it means to you to be all-time best scorer for under 17 national team?
It's great. It's a cool title to have, I guess, but I couldn't have done it like without the team behind me, obviously. Like without them giving me the ball and like working with me, I couldn't have all the goals I do. So a lot of props goes to my team too.
What it feels like to score a winning goal in World Cup game?
It was great. It was a great feeling. Like I probably never felt something like that before because I just knew that goal meant a lot to the team and a lot to everyone that was cheering at home for us. So it felt really good.
Did you celebrate after all?
Yeah, we did. We had a pretty good celebration after the goal, and then yeah, when we got back to the hotel, we were pretty happy and excited.
What did you do that night?
Well, our coaches wanted us to make sure we don't get like too high. We don't want to be like up here all the time. So we we're just all smiles and just happy. We had like good atmosphere around us. So that's mainly how we.
In overall, how is the tournament in Baku so far?
It's been good. Like I guess our first game, we were pretty nervous because we had some jitters behind us because it was our first game playing in front of that many people. So it's pretty crazy. But I think after we got over that, I think the tournament's gone pretty well. Like we've started to play well, play our type of game, try to get more passes and stuff like that. So I think it's been a pretty good tournament so far.
You're playing Azerbaijan next. What are your expectations for the upcoming game?
I think if we really focus on what we need to do against Azerbaijan and we really just don't get too confident. Like we have to be confident, of course, but we don't want to get cocky or overconfident. We just want to stick to how we need to play. Like we know what we need to do and we know how we need to play. So I think if we just stick to how Brian wants us to play, then we'll do well and we'll end up getting 3 points in the group stage.
How far Team Canada can go in this tournament?
I don't know. I guess I think personally that we are contenders for getting the gold medal in the winning it. But we just have to make sure that we stay focused and don't get overconfident. Just focus on each game, like take it one game at a time. Don't think about winning, but think about the game that we have to play next.
Outside the football, what do you like the most here in Azerbaijan?
The beaches. The beaches are beautiful here. They're so nice. Like at our old hotel, it was like right on it was overlooking the beach pretty much, so we'd like go down there all the time, and it was really nice. I love the beaches here, and the architecture from the buildings is beautiful. It's crazy. I love it.
Before the tournament, you said that you didn't even know that the country called Azerbaijan exists. How do you enjoy being here so far?
It's good. Like I guess for me, because I'm really far. It's really far for me, but I definitely, if I think I lived a little closer, I'd come here like all the time. Like I'd fly over here for vacation because it's really, really beautiful.
And finally, you said that you hate playing in cold and rain, but maybe playing here at plus 28, plus 30 degrees, cold and rain is not that bad after all.
I don't know. I just don't like being cold. Like I don't know. That's the one thing about Vancouver. It rains a lot. I don't know. I still do prefer playing in heat than, I guess when it's like, 35 degrees and you like can barely run, it's bad. But I don't know, like so far I haven't minded it too much. It's been all right. It's been okay.
All right.